Yama Ishimoto? Huh? I sluggishly pulled my head upward, fixing my eyes on the woman at the front of the classroom. Oh,
Are you even listening?
I hide an instinctive smirk. Technically, no. I've always found napping more appealing than relearning history that's been drilled into me since age 6. Not that I can actually say that. In all honesty, my teacher doesn't deserve that kind of callous response. Yes, ma'am.
Perfect. Summarize the whole section we've been reviewing.
I glance at the touchscreen board mounted behind the teacher, quickly skimming over the graphics and topography hovering on its surface. History of Isamu, our glorious metropolis, beginning 2000 AD. Ah, easy. Life was really boring for a while. We weren't in debt, we weren't at war, and we're basically doing nothing interesting. The teacher's lips purse into a thin line as the classroom erupts into snickers. I feel the slightest tinge of regret and rein in my sarcasm. Then, in 2007, America entered a debt crisis that caused a worldwide financial crash. Japan was one of the countries most affected by this. Well, second to China.
And why might that be?
Because we were dumb about who we partnered with. She taps her fingers impatiently on her desk, her eyes narrowing into slits. Well, she asked me to summarize a chapter, she didn't ask me how. Anyway, our glorious government didn't handle the situation so hot, so we had a lovely depression with all-time highs of unemployment and crime. Good effort, gold star. The teacher waves her hands as the class roars with laughter.
Right, that's enough. I'll be needing to talk to you after class about your attitude, young man.
In other news, grass is green.
Elizabeth, perhaps you can salvage this explanation?
She gestures a few seats to my right, where my lavender-haired classmate sits, her spine as straight as a ruler. I feel a curdle of distaste in the pit of my stomach as I lounge against my chair. Of course, Elizabeth Oshiro, class valedictorian, school poster child, and the area's golden girl. Nap time. I settle my head in my arms as Elizabeth leaps to her feet, smiling warmly.
Certainly. During this time, Japan fell into chaos. Public demonstrations, often violent, occurred almost every day. Furthermore, political scandals regarding the national government kept spreading.
The teacher relaxes at Elizabeth's textbook recitation. She even shoots a quick glare in my direction, as if to say, "See, why can't you be like Elizabeth?"
Eventually, local political powers became more effective than the centralized administration, hence why Isamu operates as smoothly as it does. Yes, thank you to the mayor's efforts. Perfectly done, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth smiles primly and settles back into her seat, fixing her eyes on me with challenging disapproval. I only shrug my shoulders, sending her an easy smirk. Oh, beautiful and brainy. She might be worthy enough to make my list. I glance to my left just in time to catch another classmate. Yahiko Yahiko Ikari, winking conspicuously at Elizabeth. She clearly ignores him. Well, that's Yahiko for you. I can't remember a day when he hasn't tried to flirt with some girl or another. Nor can I remember a day where he wasn't flat out rejected. Technically, he's my former roommate, which makes him my friend of 2 years. How close of a friend? Well, that's up for debate. Huh. She managed to flex my charms. I wonder how. Me too. No one can resist the Yahiko Ikari.
Yahiko!
Yahiko clamps his mouth shut at the teacher's strident command. She leans heavily against her desk, massaging her temples with her fingers.
Alright, class. Thanks to Elizabeth, we've seen where we come from. I'm sure you're all wondering what the point of this history recap was.
Not really, no.
We must study the past to understand the future. As such, it's imperative that the next topic be taken seriously. So, where do you all see yourself 10 years from now?
I'm barely able to stifle a snort. It's only, what, the second day of school? Sure, this is a third-year class. Sure, we're preparing for the college entrance exam. Does that mean that we have to know exactly what we want to do for the rest of our lives? The teacher pointedly looks at me, a hard glint in her eye.
Yama Ishimoto? Perhaps you'd like to get us started.
I'm tempted to say no, thank you, but that'd be pretty rude. I'll manage my parents' restaurant, I guess? The teacher's lips tighten ever so slightly. I know what she's thinking. No passion, no ambition. You will be a failure this one. They'll pay the bills. What more can I ask for? Really, dude? Out of anything you could have picked, you picked a restaurant manager? Well, what would you suggest? Add a bunch more, dude, like women, cars. And he criticizes me for lack of imagination. Come on, it's 10 years, anything can happen. The teacher shoots him a disapproving glare as his voice raises dramatically in volume.
Ah, Yaiko. Thank you for volunteering. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Yahiko beams and I feel a sudden sense of dread. Here goes the dream, the one that I've heard no less than 200 times before. Well, teacher, I see myself with a Ferrari F500 under one arm, a Lamborghini Aventador 704 under the other, and a lot of beautiful women in between, fighting for the honorable privilege of bearing my children. The class stares at him. Ah, heck, let's have some fun. I whisper to him. What about the mansion? Right, take all that and put in front of a 20,000 square foot mansion, attended to by a staff of 1,000 maids. And where is it located? Oh, it's in the Caribbean on an island, a man-made island specifically constructed just for me, with my name laser engraved into the hills so that every plane that flies by sees that it belongs to.
That's quite enough, Yahiko. Thank you for your, input.
Clearly, she doesn't believe in his dream. Actually, I don't think anyone except Yahiko believes in his dream. Then again, Yahiko has enough belief to make up for everyone else.
Now, Yumeko, what about you?
As the rest of our classmates drone on about joining some kind of mega corporation like Lemniscape or Way Forward Pharmaceuticals, I lean closer to Yahiko. You forgot some things. I did? The yacht, the walk-in closet just for designer shoes, the private jet, a second mansion in Tahiti. Oh crap, I did! Hey, teach! Fortunately for the teacher, the school bell rings before he can grab her attention. My classmates immediately shove their belongings into their bags and bolt for the door. Meanwhile, Yahiko heads straight for her teacher's desk, eyes lit with excitement as he gabbers on and on about his yacht and his designer shoes and his private jet and his second mansion in Tahiti. Well, that's the end of today's video. If you're curious about the lovely voice actress who helped me with this project, her channel is called Life According to X, and you can visit her channel by clicking her face up here. If you like what you heard so far, then please subscribe to my channel to follow the rest of the story. You can also follow me on my Facebook, and of course, please leave a like, comment to the video, and share among your friends. The more activity to my channel, the better.